Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me well?
Hi, Tin. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks, Trip. Sorry.
Long meeting
Yeah,
just now.
I just finished a super long but very super interesting meeting with a very talented game producer. So yeah, I was learning a lot from him. So yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. So sorry to everyone listening that we have to delay it a bit and I'm late.
No problem. I think we announced to everyone, so Tin was in the meeting. Tin, why not you share a bit more about this meeting you went to? Anything exciting
Well, I'm not. I mean,
or anything you can share?
well, basically, I'm trying to, as you know, we're constantly building out a team and getting really talented people in the industry to come and join to and work at Cypher together with a team to build out, great games. And yeah, I just happened to meet one of like a really talented 20 years industry veteran game producer who really
Mhm.
like what Cypher is doing. And yeah, he's very interested, and he was sharing me all about his past war stories and advice for Cypher going forward. And he particularly really like our approach to game design and the cool mechanics that we got coming up. So
Mm.
overall, it was a very positive meeting, and yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to have another follow up, like many more follow up calls with him. But yeah, that was the meeting.
Exciting. Cypher has many advisors like this, right? If I'm not wrong,
Yeah,
from
so
many
yeah,
different
exactly,
important companies.
exactly. We're learning. We're trying to build like a best, the best possible board of advisor who came from game industries, and so far we got two. One who's at Riot and one who's at used to be at Ubisoft and Amazon Games. And then
Mhm.
this person that I was talking to, he used to work at Crytek, so Crisis, and then Eve Online, right? So
Okay.
and of course, Eve Online is massively successful, and
It's a great game, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
tons of valuable economy decisions and lessons learned there as well that we can apply for Cypher. Yeah.
Especially the corporations portion, right? Recruiting on the corporations and the guild system. Really interesting stuff.
Wow,
Yeah.
you know your Eve, my friend. Good job. Okay.
Let's move on to the fireside for today, Tin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So last time we talked about the game was quite some time ago, of course, and the last sort of video that our committee got to view on the game was the in development gameplay trailer, which was still very raw footage, right?
Yep.
So, what can you tell us about where the game has come to right now
hmm
from the in development gameplay footage? How far have we come?
I would say, well, from the team perspective, they have been everyone's been working so hard, and I'm very proud of them. Um, like like tons of late nights, working in like the midnights, burning the midnight oil, and just to get to where we are today. So where we are is, and I'm sure Alan and a couple of other people in the core game team would know we've been play testing our game daily. And when we say game, we mean like the day one to sort of like day two experience for a typical game, meaning like the first few days where you're just getting in, playing, trying out all different characters, skills, getting familiar with all the dungeons, enemies, brew system. Trying to comboing between like your guns and your sword, your katanas, and your neko whips and that kind of thing, and trying to find like what's the most like cool synergy system that you can pull off, right? So we've been play testing that, and it's getting to a point where I would say we are about to get some eyes on it. And by eyes, I mean probably from friends and like close friends, families, to play and give us feedback. Depending on
Mhm.
those feedback, it would depend. It would decide whether we uh, how much we can show to the larger Cypher community, um, uh, because we do want to show something that is really really cool and really amazing. Um, so I think by next week or probably end of next week, we'll start doing these private like test sessions. So those among the audience here, like you may or may not be we reach out to the team and ask for like a few minutes or a few hours of your time to either play test or watch the live play test sessions and give us feedback. But we'll probably do it in a smaller control audience, and this is probably
Okay.
the fastest kind of development cycle that our team has gone through, because since we launched the project, we had like from now it's like 6 months, right? And
Yeah.
we really put something, I think personally quite cool together, and I'm quite happy with the progress where we are.
I think usually games in this scale take about 3 to 4 years to develop and release, right? But I think we're moving at an extraordinary pace, correct?
Yeah, I
And
think
especially in the NFT space as well.
100%. I mean, if you compare to like traditional games, then we're definitely moving fast. If you compare to like the NFT gaming space, I still think we're moving very fast with the level of quality and the scale of the game that we're doing. Because our game, just to remind everyone, it's a 3D, fully 3D live action games, right? So all your Inus, Nekos, or your Burus are all fully 3D, fully glorified, controllable, playable characters that that would like basically embody you in the Cypherverse, right?
Mhm.
And those things take a lot of time. And also, we built out this game with, as you know, multiplayer in mind. So multiplayer networking is like first and foremost, and I think we got that down pretty good. So now we've been playing with friends, right? Like two groups of three players with like live matchmaking and lobby and everything, which I don't think any other 3D NFT gaming are doing yet. It's all like single player experience. So that is
Oh,
cool.
okay. So just to be clear, in the playtest server, you guys can now play on party mode already. Is that correct?
Yeah,
So
of
you guys are
course.
playing together.
Of
Oh
course.
wow,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's about grouping up and seeing the Inu, Neko, Buru combos, man, for sure.
And it's about three characters in a party, right? So three people in a dungeon,
Yeah,
correct?
so the first iteration of the game is three players in a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the player versus environment mode. For the future, Peak and Alan and I, and of course the King team, are experimenting with a few ideas of how we can make it more cool, more fun. Maybe we do like really hardcore, bosses raids with more players, maybe six, right? Or maybe
Mm-hmm.
we do some kind of like race, like timing race, to beat like a series of like really challenging dungeons, right? In groups of two.
Mm-hmm.
So we still toying with the idea, but the system, the infrastructure is there for us to, scale it up all the way to like 10, 12 people to play together. At the moment, we can go more. And yeah, we're just playing with the design space right now.
Awesome. Nice. So what are currently some of the features that the team is very focused on right now in terms of game design?
Um, Man, I mean, you wouldn't believe it. I tell you, like yesterday, I spent like the whole day just tweaking the Inu katana, like tweaking like
Okay.
the slash, the first slash, the second, the third, the fourth, like how it combos, the timing, trying to match the VFX of the slash and the animation to make it feel just quite just right. It just feels good to like to destroy things and to do your combos and like
Mhm.
1 2 combo, 1 2 3 combo. So that's the whole day for me
Yeah.
yesterday. And so that like just tweaking the micro moments of how it feels to control a character, to cast a skill, to shoot, to play, and try to balance that, so to make like every decision feel very meaningful. Example, right? So example,
Mhm. Mhm.
today we made a very interesting change. So before, when you're shooting your gun, right?
Okay.
We make the character, at the beginning, the character move at the same speed as normal without shooting, and that was not good. We felt like there was no decision that the player had to make between shooting or just moving, so it feels like
Okay.
they're just gliding around, just shooting. But then, like lately, we've been changing and increasing the 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 speed, or the decreasing the speed when you're shooting. Meaning that when you shoot, you have to make a
Mhm.
conscious decision that, hey, I'm shooting, I'm destroying things at the cost of
Mhm.
moving slower, so enemies can catch up to me quicker. They can attack me, they can surround me, that kind of thing, right? Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Okay.
to make it really feel like purposeful, or like, okay, I'm holding my rocket launcher, now I'm swatching to my katana. Why, right? What is the purpose, and what are the trade-offs, right? Sure, the katana can do like cool, AoE white arc, but then at the expense
Mm-hmm.
that you must get very close to the enemies, right? And that's dangerous. um
Yes.
so
Mm.
we're focusing very much on that, and that's the, I would say, the moment to moment gameplay that we're
Uh-huh.
polishing. And then once we got that down pat, we would then, of course, at the same time, there's a whole team just producing new content, right? Like new worlds, new dungeon levels, new assets, and also
Yeah.
new characters, guys. You guys probably know that Buru is not the last character, right? This Cypherverse is huge, and we are so excited to eventually show you guys the three new characters that we have been working so hard on, apart from the Buru. And they all have different play style, different melee
Mm.
attack, different melee weapons, different skills, and a whole different lore to them, a whole different background story of why they come about. So yeah, that's pretty much what
Awesome.
the team has been working on. Yeah.
Thanks, Tin. So you mentioned, of course, the team is working on a lot of new content, right? Can you speak a bit more about what are some of these new content that the team has been focusing on and working on, and what are you excited about?
Man, that's too many things. This fireside chat will take me like 5 hours. No, I'm thinking. Okay, what am I most excited about?
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm definitely think that the second planet, our world, Andos, um,
Mhm.
is gonna be epic. I really think that that second world is gonna be so epic. In terms of the setting, the lore behind it, the struggle within that world and why the players go there, venture there. Yeah, that's gonna be really epic. And then the character, the playable character that you uh, come and unlock, or be able to play after conquer that world, is also super cool. Um,
Oh, okay, interesting.
yeah, so that's something
So I'll be able to unlock a character after I complete Endos. Is that what
Yeah,
you're telling
yeah,
me?
yeah. Possibly
Right.
like a sub, like a sub race, right? You be a like a sub
Ah,
race
okay.
as you complete that. Um,
I see.
so that's
Okay.
one, and then of course the new races are like so exciting, but I want to save the surprise. We're also been
Yeah,
working
let's
on
go a bit at a time.
Yeah, we've been also working on like a legit like game trailer. So I was watching some of the early cuts after the game trailer a few days ago, and man, like, yeah, I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Hopefully by sometimes end of April, you see the trailer of Cypher the game, and yeah, hopefully
So it will
you
be
guys excited. Yeah.
StarCraft or Diablo level trailer, is it?
Bro, you're setting up too high of expectation. No, but I mean it's
Let's control our expectations, yeah.
yeah,
But it'll be great regardless, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, if we can deliver that, but I mean, it's gonna be really cool. Like, you see the three characters in action, right? Like fighting
Ah,
alongside each other, and and then you see them like in the Cypher world, and then you can also get hints of, like, how the game will feel, because within the trailer there'll be some in-game cutscene as well. um yeah, that's really exciting. And then regarding content, we're also working on, we just start like doing early storyboards of the in-game cinematics, right? So of course, when you play a game, there's a lot of storytelling, right? And we're working on the in-game cinematics for the game right now. And the story, wow, like the story of these three like characters that you learn about as you play Cypher, and 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 their struggle again, and the reason for why we're all there, the players, is what get me really excited. And again, that in-game cinematics, or that in-game story, also tie with the comics, right? Which we just released, the first issue. So this whole universe is interconnected, and bits and pieces will unveil one piece at a time, and we hope you like the Easter eggs we'll throw in there as well.
Nice, thanks, dude. So, speaking of the Inu with the katana you were mentioning earlier, we have our Discord community who's very excited about a current contest, right? We're giving him 500 Cypher on Discord. And also, we are releasing a sneak peek with Inu with a samurai sword or katana, right, Drake? So, Drake will be releasing a sneak peek shortly on Discord. Stay tuned, yeah, guys.
Damn.
And
Okay.
I think you know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
That one is man, that's one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Please take a look, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
And please do, of course, feedback some of your comments on the general chat as well. And we'll be looking out, and there'll be a special question midway through this spaces. So stay tuned for that 500 Cypher token giveaway. Yeah. Next question, Tin. So there are, of course, many builds that you guys are working on and many test builds, right? So when can we get an update on the latest test build, or when can we get an update on that? Yeah.
Can you repeat again the question? I didn't quite come through.
So there are a lot of test builds that Cypher is working on right now. Like for example, version one, version two, version three.
Right.
When can we get the latest test build that we can work on and play on? And when is the most updated one coming up?
So like I mentioned earlier, right? We'll get
Mm-hmm.
the playable build to get some early feedbacks within this month. And depending how that goes, with the next 2 weeks actually, depending on how that goes, we could be opening it up to like a bigger part of the Cypher community, to some like some core members or some core audiences and some also industry experts to get more feedback. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then based on those feedback, we'll collect all that, learn from what you guys like, love, dislike, hate, and then iterate accordingly, and keep building on top of that, right? So we're still very
Okay.
much like sticking to our plan, like just like trying to get the first release right, get this first like moment to moment, day one to day two to day three experience feels right, and then we can just layer on top like the content, the new weapons, the new gear, the new characters, the new worlds, right? But for us, the core moments are key because that's what the players will interact with on a like a minutes to minutes basis.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay. So, of course, we know that you are very close with the game design team, and we are working very closely on the game itself, right? What lessons have you learned so far on game design, actually, and is there any interesting ones that you want to share with us?
I mean, so many lessons, and it's so I basically I'm in the trenches with the team. So I use the Unity engine daily with the team, and trying to like some of the levels you guys will be playing will be the levels built by me. So
Okay. Wow.
yeah, so like world architect, right? I'm not kidding around there. Um, and the lessons I've learned is that to get the feeling right of just basic things like attacking, comboing, dashing feels good. It takes time, man. Like I've been playing also a lot of Elden Ring, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I the more that I play it, and then the more I'm tweaking like ciphers, I really appreciate the years of experience and refinement they have put into the combat system. Um,
Mm.
and that's something that we're so focused on, because we're a 3D live action game, right? We're not a card game. We're just like
Mm-hmm.
click, 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 wait your turn, right? It's the action game that we're building, and we're also building that so that later on when we do PvP, it also feels good, right? Um,
Mm. Okay.
so that's one thing I've learned. Like that is so hard. Another thing I've learned is that uh, good, amazing art, 3D can go a long way. So we are toying with this mode where it's called selfies mode. So
Okay.
the game is playing like top down, right? Like a dungeon,
Sounds a bit
Diablo,
cheeky, but okay.
like a
Yeah.
Diablo mode, right? But then we have this mode
Mm-hmm.
where the player can then like do like a selfie and take a photo of like selfie like of them and their team, and then the backdrop of like
Ah. Okay.
Cipher, the levels or the world or the dungeon, whatever. And man, like that's looking good because we every asset in the game in Cipher is so polished that if like even this like the selfie mode looks awesome. Um, so I imagine people will be showing off their gear, the epic loots, the epic sword, their one of ones, like costume. I'll hope that people will use that mode and share it on social media because that's gonna be awesome.
Thanks, Tin. So you mentioned you were playing Elden Ring, right? So why not we just take a side topic? What do you like about Elden Ring?
You mean what I dislike about no, man? Like, because like
Sure.
there's so many things I like. I mean, to list that, but to dislike, yeah. I mean, so Elden Ring doesn't hold your hands, right? I'm
Yeah.
not sure you guys play it here, but I mean, I don't want to ruin the story for you, but like, it doesn't tell you what to do. It just throw you into the world and says like, here you go, now go and get killed and hopefully learn something. Um,
Yeah.
which is a very interesting game design decision, and it works perfectly for them. But what I like about Elden Ring, and this is from just deep research outside the game, is the lore, right? The story. Man, like some of the set pieces and the things that are in the world, it all has meaning. It all has like reasons for being there. There's no random item, which I found like, oh my god, that's amazing. Um, like this is what okay, I have to ruin it, but this is one character, right? Like he basically he steals your money when you die. He steals your in-game currency when you die, and you don't know, and you think you're like sort of like he's a poor guy, you're helping him, right? But like the the mother effer, right? He actually steals your money every time you die. Um, which I think is so funny. And it's awesome, right? The Easter egg, and then the multiple endings, and and the combat system. My God, it's like it's so deep, and so many weapons, like so many different play style. That's something I definitely want to learn and leverage for Cypher. I mean, like just being able to like theory craft the different warriors, right, of your choice, of your design is super cool. Um, and lastly is the multiplayer. The game has a very fun multiplayer mechanic, which is like an opt-in system where you can choose to call in for multiplayer or to invade, um, which I think is very much like in the Souls genre and ethos. And I wonder if we can implement some of that with like the opt-in dungeon system where let's say you're playing a single player and then suddenly you're like it's getting harder and then you just ask for help and then someone can just like happen to be in the lobby or something and they just jump in and help you. um yeah, I'm not sure, but I think that could be cool.
Okay, thanks, Tin. So, of course, we mentioned there was a giveaway earlier on the spaces, right? So, now I'm gonna ask the question. So, the first one to answer the question on Discord will actually walk away with 500 cipher tokens, guys. So, are you all ready on Discord over here? Give me a exclamation mark crypt. So the question is, Drake is going to reveal the sneak peek, yeah, on Discord. The question is, what sub brace is this Inu? What sub brace is this Inu? The first one to answer wins the 500 cipher tokens.
Oh damn. I don't get to participate, right?
Nah, I'm afraid not. So let's move on to another topic then. Back to the game, yeah. Of course, in the process of the game design now, you often encounter a lot of bugs as well. Of course, your troubleshooting of bugs. What's an interesting take on that? And are there any funny bugs you have seen in your gameplay with Cypher?
Oh man, bugs. Like we our dev team have nightmares about bugs. As you know, right? I mean, there's always game devs always have tons of bugs, even like sometimes well into like post launch. Um, so not sure if it's a bug or like a feature, but it's like okay, so for the Inu, right? For the Inu in his katana combo, right? It's a 4-hit combo. Um, and in the fourth hit, he jumps in the air and do like a crazy like downward like impale onto the ground and cause like massive like earthquake around him. Um, so
Mm-hmm.
that's the design, right? And that's like super cool. We found out a couple of days ago that as you jump up in the air, you can dash. So there's like a mid-air dash, and then you impale, right? So it's like whoa, like that is cool. We didn't think about that. Um, so do we keep
So do
it?
you want to keep it in the game?
Yeah, exactly, right. So we're like, what do we keep in the game? Like it's been cool, but like if we do that, then all the all the level wall boundaries will have to be like increased by like a lot. Otherwise, the Inu will jump out of the level and then
Uh-huh.
into like oblivion, right? And kill himself. So yeah, I mean that's an interesting decision that we're still toying with, but man, like it's gonna feel cool.
Nice, thanks. So, of course,
And of course,
we
like
are
all
expanding.
the of course all the typical
Sorry, go
bugs,
ahead.
right? You know that, like the enemy like pathfinding not working, or like the enemy just like
Mm-hmm.
standing there, or like like sometimes the enemy is like super aggressive and like like kills you right away, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we'll have the Elden Ring dog bug yet. Like this is like Elden Ring dog that just like he has like bleed attack and he bites you in like 15 hits in like 1 second, so you die instantly, no matter how powerful you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a dog, like just a small dog, right? And I was like, oh my god, like am I missing something here? Like, why do I keep dying to this dog? And then
But some bugs are fun, right?
yeah, yeah,
Like for example, Skyrim. Some bugs we want to play the game with those bugs there. But I don't know whether what you want to keep in Cipher, of course.
yeah, definitely not that Elden Ring dog for sure. So, like I was so frustrated, right? Because I was trying to get this like amazing blade. It's called Ethereal blade, a twin blade, and then I kept dying to the dog. Like, and then I was so angry. So in the end, I just like try to avoid him, and yeah.
Okay. So I think Drag messed up on Discord on the price, right? So it's okay, Drag, no problem, right? So so next question, Tin. So of course, our team is expanding rapidly, as you mentioned in the last AMA or Fireside chat as well. How large is the team now, and are there any big new hires that you would like to talk about?
Um. So the team, we're at 128 people full time, as of today. We could be onboarding a couple more next week from the art and dev engineering team as well, taking it to like about 130. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so we have an office in Ho Chi Minh. We are fitting out our small office in Hanoi for like 20 people. We just pick an office location for us in Da Nang, like another city in the coast. Um,
Okay.
so that's on the team building side. Regarding hires, I shared briefly about this person who used to work at Ubisoft, Ghost Recon Online, and Assassin's Creed. I'm not sure. I think I shared it. Um,
I think you shared it before, yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so he's been really helpful. Um, and once he joined the team, he's been handling like level design with me and another person, and yeah, so you get to see his talent for level design and gameplay design as well. So he's been very helpful there. Um, and then I mean recently we are also onboarded a couple of really talented 3D and animation artists. So we're just gonna keep increasing the quality of our animation. Um, Something that's cool is that we finally start to play around with our motion capture suits. Um,
Okay.
so you probably saw that with the whole Oscar clip, right? That we did with the Buru and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Inu. So that was motion capture with two people wearing the two suits. So we'll be doing more of that. So don't be surprised if you see your favorite netgos, like on TikTok or doing some cool like trendy dance or things like that. So you'll be seeing a lot of that, and we'll definitely be leveraging the mocap suits for our in-game cinematics as well to capture really complicated scenes. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much what we've been uh, working on the team and team front.
So would you like to hire more talent outside of Vietnam
I
in
mean,
the future?
definitely, we're always hiring, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for right now, of course, more engineering in Vietnam. We're looking for more concept artists worldwide. We're looking for, we're planning for, not yet, but soon, for user acquisition talents for the game. And we're also looking for game marketers, right? People who can help us bring this game to the masses, to the mass audience. So yeah, those will be the critical hires that we'll be making in the course of the next 2 months, I think. Oh yeah,
Awesome.
another
Okay.
update is we also released our new. Well, we never released it publicly, but we always had this like game launcher it's like a Steam, like a Cypher Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And we just released the V2 of that internally. I think you should see it soon, Ash. But
I should see it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's looking good, man. It's looking like a really good portal to the world of Cypher. And later on, you get your game, you have your Cypher, dungeon game. You have your maybe like some different Cypher games. You have your marketplace there, your user account, loyalty dashboard. All gonna be integrated into a nice.
So it's like something like a BattleNet portal for
Yeah,
Cypher, lah. Yeah.
yeah. It's like
Something
it's
like
like
that.
a
Yeah.
BattleNet portal for Cypher. Yeah,
Awesome. Looking forward to see it. Then
yeah.
thanks. So of course, we are coming to the end of our small fireside chat here, and of course, you mentioned that we are hiring many more talents in Vietnam and outside of Vietnam. So those who would like to join us, please do send in your resume. Drag will shortly send the careers page over on Discord. So do join us and do apply, and we look forward to having another fireside with you soon. Tin, any parting words for our community members?
Um, well, firstly, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate your time. Thanks to all the OGs who are here. Madara, I see you. Juicy, Spike, obviously. So thanks for showing up here. Axie Capital, right? I think you guys are all like super awesome. Thanks for joining. And you know, it's just I mean, I tell to my team all the time. Is like it's been so fun building the game and building out the tech around the game for Cypher, and we love to be able to continue building the space. We know what happened recently with Axie Infinity is unwanted, unwarranted. We really felt for the team. I think I think that they're a super strong team and a lot of lessons learned for us as well from security and game dev perspective. So we'll keep working hard on that to make sure that whatever solutions that we choose to build later on will not be exposed to the same potential exploits. Um, but knowing that we're in such a new space, so this kind of thing can definitely happen, and you should always evaluate your risk and rewards. Um, and I think with regards to the team over there, like just give them time. I think they're definitely gonna overcome this, and we're also rooting for them. Not from just because we're Vietnam together, but also because it's better overall for the whole Web3 gaming space. And I think there's more. I've never seen a stronger community around them, and I would love to one day to have the Cypher community to grow and become evenly more strong, just like what they have. And yeah, and this thanks to you guys. So that's it.
Thank you everyone for tuning in, and until the next fireside chat, I'll see you all guys soon. Thanks so much, Tin, for coming over, and we hope to talk to you again soon. Yeah,
For sure.
see you.
Take care, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye bye.